Incredible video today about the relationship between fruits and your gut. Which fruits are actual sources of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, and which fruits contain active compounds that are rarely found in other similar foods. Everyone knows that fruit is generally good for you, and everyone knows they are important for balancing the gut microbiome. That is something we hear all the time. However, which fruits really make a difference for your intestine? Which ones have proof based on science? In this video, I am going to reveal secrets that usually only get shared in private consultations. This knowledge about the true relationship between fruits and the gut will potentialize your health. And when I say health, I am referring to your energy levels, your mood, your memory, and your vitality, while preventing chronic diseases that so many people end up dealing with as they age. And if you stay with me until the very end, I will reveal something that very few people know. Exactly which fruits are recommended to eat in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. And also, what is the ideal quantity of fruit consumption per day? This is a very controversial topic right now, but I am going to take a clear stance on it. For those of you who are new here, we only bring you information backed by scientific confirmation. If you aren't subscribed yet, we have videos every single week. I invite you to become part of our health community. Click the button and subscribe. Let's get into it. Many fruits are beneficial for the intestine, but each one acts in a different way. Some help with intestinal transit or movement, specifically those that have insoluble fibers. Others balance the intestinal flora because they contain soluble fibers and have a prebiotic action. And others have an anti-inflammatory effect or even a hydrating effect on our body. I'm going to reveal right now the 10 healthiest fruits for the gut and their proven benefits. Take notes. First, a very well-known one, papaya, specifically the papaya variety. Why? Because it contains the enzyme papain, which helps significantly in the digestion of proteins. It is rich in soluble fibers, meaning it improves the intestinal flora by acting as a prebiotic. In other words, it serves as food for the beneficial bacteria to multiply, preventing dysbiosis, which is an imbalance in your gut bacteria. Also, papaya facilitates intestinal transit, preventing constipation, and it has a beneficial action on the stomach for people who suffer from heartburn or acid reflux. The second fruit with scientific backing is the plum, or prune. It doesn't matter if it is fresh or dried. Both work. Prunes are a rich source of sorbitol. Sorbitol is a type of sugar that attracts water into the intestine. Because of this, it acts as a natural laxative, combating constipation. It also contains insoluble fibers, which increase the volume of the stool, stimulating the movement of the intestine, known as peristalsis, and preventing diverticulitis and intestinal dilation, which we technically call megacolon. This is crucial for people who have been constipated for a long time. Third is the banana, specifically the ripe banana. It is rich in resistant starch, a type of fiber that feeds the good bacteria in the intestine. It has a prebiotic action. It also balances the intestinal flora by increasing bifidobacteria, which are fundamental for improving immunity, decreasing inflammation in the body, and reducing intestinal permeability. A quick tip here. For cases of diarrhea, apple bananas or green bananas are recommended. But to treat constipation, the ripe banana is the most accurate choice. The fourth fruit with proven benefits for the gut is the apple. That's right, it is rich in pectin, a soluble fiber that literally forms a gel in the intestine. This gel serves as an aid in the prevention of the dreaded leaky gut or intestinal permeability. This is a condition where the cells of the small intestine, the enterocytes, develop spaces between them. This allows toxins, bacteria, and undigested food particles to reach the bloodstream, causing a series of chronic and autoimmune diseases. The apple also balances the microbiota as it has prebiotic action, helping to regulate both constipation and cases of diarrhea. I would like to take a brief pause here. We will continue with something very interesting in a moment. I'd like to ask you to take a second right now to like this video. This is incredibly important for the channel as it helps the video reach a larger number of people. And after you watch, I have a request. Share this. Send it to your family, WhatsApp groups, and close friends. They will really appreciate these tips. Let's continue. The fifth fruit with proven benefits is the pear. The pear contains both types of fibers, soluble and insoluble, and it has a lot of water content. This facilitates evacuation by hydrating and increasing the fecal bulk in a gentle way. So it is excellent for those who suffer from mild or chronic constipation, people who maybe go 3 days without a bowel movement. The sixth fruit is kiwi. Kiwi is a source of actinidin. This is an enzyme that helps with the digestion of proteins, and since they are rich in both soluble and insoluble fibers, they improve intestinal transit. Studies show that the daily consumption of kiwi helps treat chronic intestinal constipation. I'm talking about people who go more than 3 days without using the bathroom, or even those who go every 2 days but feel they cannot completely empty their bowel. It also has an anti-inflammatory effect on the intestinal mucosa, helping to prevent dysbiosis and improving the quality of antibodies and defense cells in our organism. The seventh fruit, which not everyone eats or likes, is the fig. Figs contain a massive amount of insoluble fibers, which stimulate the intestine by increasing fecal volume and triggering evacuation. It is rich in prebiotics, maintaining a healthy intestinal flora. And everyone should know that this is fundamental for the balance of our body and our mind. A healthy gut microbiota equals a healthy mind and body. Number 8, red berries, strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, blueberries. These are rich sources of anthocyanins, which are powerful antioxidants. They are also rich in fiber. They prevent intestinal inflammation and improve the diversity of the gut microbiota. These fruits are heavily studied in the combat of gas and abdominal discomfort, such as in irritable bowel syndrome, and also for people who have diverticula. The ninth fruit with confirmation is the orange, and actually all citrus fruits like tangerines, limes, and lemons. The white part, which is the albedo, commonly known as the pith or bagasse, is very rich in fibers. It stimulates evacuation. Therefore, if possible, never remove that white part. The natural acidity, due to the citric acid, can help with digestion. This is great for those people who have slow digestion and feel a sensation of heaviness in the stomach when they consume meats. And the 10th and final fruit, and stay tuned because I have some very interesting things to tell you yet, is the pineapple. It contains bromelain, a digestive enzyme that helps in the digestion of heavy proteins. It has a mild anti-inflammatory effect on the intestine and stimulates the functioning of the bowel due to its high content of water and fibers. Now, do you want a quick and practical summary? Here is the cheat sheet. For constipation, papaya, prune, pear, kiwi, and fig. To regulate the intestinal flora, banana, apple, red berries. For difficult digestion, pineapple, kiwi, and papaya. For inflammation and general body balance, red berries, apple, and kiwi. Before I speak about something everyone wants to know regarding how many fruits you should consume per day, I want to remind you that, as promised at the start of the video, in the description below, right under the title, I will leave a list of which fruits are best to consume in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. This is something very few experts share. The ideal is to consume between 3 to 4 portions of fruit throughout the day. For example, a medium banana is considered 1 portion. A slice of papaya is another portion. Half an apple is another portion. A handful of strawberries or blueberries is another portion, and so on. Always vary the types of fruits. For example, consume 2 to 3 different fruits in a day. I see people consuming only 1 type of fruit constantly. Even though fruit is healthy, exaggerated consumption can cause intestinal discomfort or spikes in blood sugar in people predisposed to diabetes. The best approach is moderation and balance. Always prioritize the whole, fresh fruit with the bagasse and the peel whenever possible rather than juices. Eating the fruit in its natural state is much better than drinking the juice. And since we are talking about healthy things, what do you think about learning the truth about eggs? What quantity of eggs should you consume per day? Which shell color is more nutritious, white or brown? And which method of preparation is the most recommended? Watch this video on the screen next. It is the most practical and easy to understand guide you will find. Enjoy it.